Hi, my wise Aquarius family. This is a pivotal month for you. There's a powerful eclipse in your sign, and Mars is retrograde in your sign as well. But if there's a sign who can use the intensity of this month with brilliance and objectivity to work it best for you, that's Aquarius sign. You guys have the ability to convert this energy for your best interest. I would walk you through the July eclipses, but I would also like to talk about the June energy, the Mars retrograde, which is carrying forward from June because it's in your sign and it's very significant and it affects you for the next 2 months. There are the eclipses this month, especially the eclipse in your sign would affect you for the next 6 months, so you might want to come back and review that because it will pan out slowly over the next 6 months. Let's start from the start. Mars retrograde. Mars went retrograde at 9 degree Aquarius in your sign on 26th of June. First time since 1971 it's retrograde in your sign, so it's very significant. It's up close and personal. It's in your sign. It starts off with the energy of like a pressure cooker, right? So things want to move forward but they aren't. Mars in first house is all about pushing forward, but going backwards is like putting a lid on it and saying you can't really move forward yet. So it's not just your sign. Tempers would flare up in general. It would affect drive of people, enthusiasm. It brings to surface what you want for sure. You realize what you really want, but the start of this transit could be a little bit stressful. But the end result is the best version of you, because Mars going retrograde in the first house in your own sign teaches you how to use your energy and drive and enthusiasm in the right way. It teaches you what you really want, so you can apply yourself only in that direction. It also teaches you how to use your diplomacy and your strategic thinking to handle your relationships and get what you want out of them. There, everyone is waiting for September for this energy to move direct. But while it's backward, you need to take advantage of what it's teaching you. So if you're Aquarius moon, you might be moving, you might be more present and making up to the reality. If you are a sun, Aquarius sun, it will get you active. It will get you started in both your career as well as in your health sector. You would leave an old way of being behind to something healthier. You'll be letting go of something that's not working for you because it's with South Node. So it's about letting go something that does not help you drive. Um, if you use this correctly, as I said, wisely, Aquarius, which is your natural self, you might be able to make the best use of it. You might be anxious, ready for a change. Past issues might come up as it's conjunct Rahu, Ketu, and South Node in your sign. You have been working towards a partnership because the Rahu or the North Node is in your house of partnership. So you've been putting your relationships, your personal relationship, marriage relationship, business relationships over and above your personal good. Again, that's a very Aquarius way of being, but Mars in first house tries to remind you to put yourself first. And when it says retrograde, you might put yourself first in a bit of a forceful manner. You just want to use a more diplomatic side of it, a more strategic side of it. Don't throw a brick through the glass door. Use diplomacy, use your charm. Venus is in your relationship sector, which will enable you to use this energy rightly. When you know better, you do better. So things that start would be met with resistance. Tap into your inner strength. Saturn is in your 12th house. Pluto is in your 12th house, which is making your inner core very, very solid. You are closing a cycle. You're getting rid of the junk in your life. You are a strong and independent sign. When you know something is right for you, you go ahead and do it in that way. You make up your mind and you can't be moved when you do that. So just tap into that inner strength and move forward during this transit, because as I said, it doesn't happen very often, so you want to take full advantage of that. That's what is carrying forward from June. July starts off with an excellent transit in place. There is a grand water trine. Sun is in positive energy with Jupiter, is in positive energy with Neptune, and they're hitting your work and your money sectors. So some things gotta manifest in these sectors for you. It will give you an excellent break at work, or if you have your own business, it will give you a business opportunity to make additional money. It will boost your net worth or self-worth. So look out for the messages coming during first one and a half week. Neptune is moving backward in second house. You are a very confident sign, Aquarius, but when it comes to seeing your worth clearly, I don't believe that happens very easily for you. It doesn't come very naturally to you. Somebody has to remind you of your net worth sometimes. 2011 is when Neptune went into this sector for you, making it a little bit, money matters a bit more fuzzy, your self-worth a bit more fuzzy. So when Neptune is moving backwards, you get the clarity on what you're truly worth, whether it's from money perspective or it's from self-worth perspective in relationships. So use this transit. It's live till November, and Jupiter is in your career house also till November. So make this transit work for you by asking for what you're worth. Open your eyes to what your true worth is and ask for it. You will get it during this time because of the positive energies working during this time, and you're worth a lot, Aquarius. My brother is Aquarius. I am almost speaking my mind to him right now. Jupiter is going direct in your career house. Go get the work that you deserve. Go get the money that you deserve. Unstuck yourself. This month is all about unstucking yourself. If you are in a situation which has been going on for a long time and you're not getting what you deserve, ask for it this month, but just be sure that you're using your words correctly. Mars is in opposition with Mercury right now, so there might be some fighting words coming out in close relationships. You will assert yourself, you will be open and blunt. Just make sure that you're using it or saying it in the right way. It is the right time to say your mind, it is the right time to be open and blunt, but just be balanced. Just be very Aquarian when you approach that. Is the most balanced and the brilliant sign that I know. You get flashes of brilliance and do the things in the right way. Just tap into that side of you. Relationship is your pride and joy. And when eclipses have been happening in that sector for the last couple of years, it might have brought about a change in your relationships. These eclipses will be ending in Jan 2019, so use the next couple of months also to reform it, air out anything that's residual that has not been addressed over the last 2 years in your relationship. Air that out, it would work out well for you. Venus will move to your 8th house. It was in your 7th house of close relationships. It will move to your partner resources on 9th of July. So you're looking for some deeper commitment. Your partner's resources might benefit during this time. Intimacy will benefit during this time. So tap into that energy. There is another second grand trine which is an earth sign, which means that there is going to be some material manifestation coming out of that. That's happening between 9th to 16th of July, when Venus, Saturn and Uranus go in positive energy with each other, making a change, a permanent change in your net worth, in your partner resources, in your shared resources come true. You might be making a permanent home in a foreign land. There might be a belief system that you might be leaving behind, which might ultimately serve you well. Uranus, your ruler, is in 4th house of your family, your living situation, your place of living, which might be undergoing some amount of change, and that will continue to pan out. But this transit, this grand earth trine between 9 to 16 July gives you the first material manifestation of that. You should be open to change. That's true for most of this month. The energies in this month will make you open for change. You will reach a threshold where you would be looking forward to change, but change obviously comes with its stresses. So these transits, these grand trines, the water grand trine in your work sector and this earth grand trine in your shared resources and your partnership and your house sector, would help you move to the transition to these changes positively. July 12th, new moon solar eclipse, the first eclipse of this month, the first eclipse in Cancer, in your work sector, in your health sector, brings about the first level of shift. This is a weaker eclipse compared to the second eclipse at the end of the month, which is in your sign, but it will still give you the first message of changes that are about to come about over the next 2 years for you. This is the first in the set of eclipses which will happen in your work sector, in your health sector for the next 2 years. Be ready to make changes in this sector for you. Be ready for a change in your work sector. Be ready to make a start of a new health regime for you. Aquarius, whenever eclipses happen in your sign or close to your sign, your health is affected. You are sensitive in this sector. So your nervous system, especially if you're an Aquarius moon, undergoes some amount of pressure during this month. So if you're the kind of person who does go in for yoga, meditation kind of things, these things, breathing exercises, go for those during this month. It will benefit you. It will keep your nerves in calm, especially if you're Aquarius moon, or go for acupuncture. That would help you as well. Start a new health regime. Mars is in your first house. Go for start a gym membership. Start going to the gym regularly. Mars in first house, it's the perfect outlet of that energy, so you can use the energy in a more positive direction. This new moon solar eclipse is also opposed by Pluto, so intensity, emotions are high. It is in Cancer sign, so emotions are in general high. But as I said, this eclipse is supposed to give you something new. So gifts are coming. Just keep your head, and things will work out. The focus shifts towards your relationship sector on 23rd of July when Sun moves in that direction, but positively 22nd of July, 23rd of July, excellent time for relationship. Venus is in positive energy with Jupiter, so if you want to have a great holiday or a great weekend out with your family, that's a great time to do that with your partner. July 27th, that's the most significant event probably for this year for you, when there is a total lunar eclipse in your house in Aquarius, 4-degree Aquarius. This is the longest eclipse in a century. It's going to be very, very significant and very powerful. More so, it's in square with your ruler Uranus, so there is a sudden change coming about. It's conjunct with Mars, the planet of force and drive, which is in your sign, moving backward and hence at its full strength, and it's conjunct South Node, so you have to let something go. You are bringing about a big shift in your life, Aquarius. This is the last of the eclipses in your sign. Make use of this eclipse to let something go that's not serving you, whether it's a relationship, it's a health habit, it's a job that you've been stuck in for a long time and it's gone stale. This is the eclipse to let that go, especially if you have any planets between 0 to 10 degree Aquarius. That means if you have Sun, Moon, or any significant personal planets in these degrees, or say if you were born between 22nd of Jan to 2nd of Feb, you will see a life-changing, a life-turning moment for you. When eclipses happen in your sign, they are the most powerful transit for you. Because of Uranus energy, there might be some quick and bold actions that might be taking place. Just make sure that you're thinking through things when you're taking those actions. It's inevitable that you'll make a change. There's a culmination of focus on yourself, endings of old ways of being. If it's Sun, it will be, if you're an Aquarius Sun, there will be some big shift in your career and in your health habits. If you're an Aquarius Moon, it could be a new living situation. Personal life will undergo a major change for you. Your mother might undergo a big change for you. It's a time to push forward and make a change, because there is a truth. Whenever there is a full moon, Sun is illuminating the moon and light is thrown on yourself. A full light is thrown on you. Something is brought to life. Something is brought to light. Something that is not working for you is going to be brought to light. So there is going to be some relationship drama that manifests because of that. It will be time to redefine how you are in a partnership, balancing your independent side. Aquarius, you're a very independent sign, but at the same time, you know how to take your partners along. You know how to do things together in a group. You know how to bring things together for a group. So it's teaching you how to carve a personal identity for yourself that is in combination with your significant other or a close business partner who is going to be part of your new journey with you, who would come in this growth journey with you. So carve out this personal identity, but do it with respect to your partner. Take into account, be ready, there's going to be some revision in your partnerships, because Mercury is also going to go retrograde in your partnership, in your marriage, and in your business partnership sector. So you will see some revision of contracts or revision of marriage, how you are with your partner during this time. It's the time to rework that. Try not to sign anything new during this time if possible. Life doesn't stop for anybody, but if you have to sign something, if you have to start something new, do it between July 12th and 27th, between the two eclipses. Try to stay off a few days before and after the eclipse, and try to stay off when Mercury goes retrograde end of the month till mid of August. So from about 25th of July to 19th of August, try not to sign any new papers if possible, or be very mindful of the fine text if you have to sign something new during this time. Stay healthy, take care of the children, take care of your elderly during eclipses. We always advise that. This is a pivotal month for you. I wish you luck. I wish my brother good luck, and I hope for something great to turn out. August will have something new in store for you. We'll talk about it in August. Take care, and thank you for listening to me.